Hey there, Martin here from Warm Water Diver. Today we are going to have a look at the Scubapro Spectra low volume 2-window dive mask. We are going to start off by having a look at the mask and discussing the general features. After that, we will check out a couple of the reviews and discuss them in depth. Well, as the name suggests, this mask consists of two separate lenses. What does this mean for you as a diver? It means that the glasses can be switched out by prescription glasses. So if you're wearing contact lenses or glasses normally, you can still use this mask. The mask has a double seal. As you can clearly see behind this lens that I'm zoomed in right now, you see a seal right above the bridge. By the way, the bridge is the area in the middle of the mask with the S on it. Right above it, right over here, you will see a round shape. That is part of the first seal. And completely on top of the mask, that is the second seal. Alright. What else stands out? This is the mask strap that is connected on a swivel. These are the key features that stand out for me. And as they say, it's a low volume mask. That's also worth noticing. What I will not do is read through every single detail on this page. I will leave a link to it so you can read it. But I don't think it will provide a lot of value if I read it all for you. Alright. Now then, let's move on towards the reviews. The first one is a very positive review. It's a 5-star review and I would like to highlight a couple of the points. So if we look here, this is a female with a narrow face. She's telling us that she did a lot of research already. She ordered 6 different masks and they were all supposedly good for small to medium faces. She tested them. As soon as she got to the Spectra dive mask, she thought the mask itself would be too big to seal properly. She was amazed by how well it seals. And she wants to highlight that it has a large field of vision. These are all very positive things, obviously. She also talks about the straps that are easy to adjust. It's also a big plus. She says that a girlfriend who has a more squarish face also tested the dive mask and the seal was extremely good. So what can you take out of this? Even though the mask itself seems to be a bit larger, in her opinion, it fits a narrow face very well and it has a very good seal. She mentions that she doesn't know why the seal is so good, maybe because of the silicone. I worked for well over 3 years for a Scubapro dive center and I definitely agree. The silicone that they use for their masks is very high quality. However, in this case, I think that the double seal, that does the trick. Okay, so very positive review. Now let's move on to a review that I see a lot of people read and discuss, and actually it's not really worth discussing. However, I will highlight this so that you can create an honest view and do not stare yourself blind on bad reviews that are not relative to the product. So, this person over here said that he did all of his research, which is very good, obviously. However, he says the lenses fog up terribly. Well, I hate to be the one, but every scuba mask out of the box will fog up. That's how they are treated. It is up to you to get rid of that protection layer, either by toothpaste, soap, or putting a lighter underneath it. It's completely whatever you are comfortable with, and it depends on your experience level. If the lenses keep fogging up, take your mask to a dive professional and ask them for help. Now, so that is not a reason to say this mask is bad. There's nothing to do with it. It seems to leak around the nose section. Let's highlight this properly. What this tells me is that this mask is not the right fit for this person, period. If it doesn't make a correct seal for you, it is not the right mask for you. Return it, get another one. And because of that, you can't dive very deep. It's digging in your forehead. All of these things are just because the mask is not the right fit. What people tend to do then is they tighten the mask straps way too far just to try to force a seal, which is not there to begin with. And yes, then it digs into your head, and yes, then it is horrible. So it has nothing to do with the thin layer of latex, which is actually silicone, on top. And I assume this is going to be goggles. All of the things mentioned here, I think, are because, first of all, they didn't treat the lenses. So yes, it fogs up. Second of all, it is just not the right fit. So if you read things like this, please ignore them. Let's move on to the last two reviews I would like to discuss. They are very important, even though they are both very negative. This person over here says that it is a great mask, that the only downside is the attachment point of the mask strap. It points out that it is very flimsy and that it broke down twice already. If you look at the picture, yes, it is indeed a very flimsy connection point. I agree totally. So keep that in the back of your mind. The last review I want to discuss basically says exactly the same thing. It highlights that it is a thin plastic pin that holds the mechanism to the side of the mask, and that with too much pressure it will break. So, after looking at the reviews and having a quick glance at the mask, what is my conclusion? I think the mask would be a very good choice for people that have a narrow face or have a face that it's hard to find a proper sealing mask for. So if you're one of those people, try this mask for sure. Again, it has two lenses, so you can get prescription glasses for this one. That is a big plus. However, the biggest downside is for sure the mask strap on the swivel. If you are a diver who finds himself a lot on rocky boats or doing more advanced shore dives, I would think twice, because if that connection point fails you, the mask is useless. I hope this was a helpful review and it takes you one step further into buying your new scuba mask. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video.